Did you notice this in Strange World? Pay close attention to the scene transitions. Notice the sort of transitions the filmmakers decided to use? Various different wipes. This was by design as a tribute to George Lucas and his use of wipe transitions in his Star Wars films. Did you catch this in Toy Story 3? Take a close look at Bonnie's right leg and you'll find a band-aid on her shin. Look even closer and you'll see on that band-aid is a picture of Dory from Finding Nemo. Did you know this about Strange World? The game the characters play in the movie Primal Outpost is more than just an unlicensed knockoff of Magic the Gathering and Catan. The filmmakers put so much thought and consideration into it, it became a fully functioning tabletop game. What's more, the game mirrors the themes of the movie. I wonder if they'll release a version of the game just like they did with Onward's tabletop game Quests of Yore, Barley's edition. Did you notice this in The Bad Guys? The movie opens very much like the movie Pulp Fiction. Two characters in a coffee shop booth sharing cool and absurd banter. Both movies have another thing in common, a character called Mr. Wolf played by Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction and Sam Rockwell in The Bad Guys. Did you catch this in The Princess and the Frog? Keep your eyes peeled for a couple of cameos during the parade scene. See those two fishy fellows throwing out beads? They're the movie's directors Ron Clements and John Musker. Man, those guys love making appearances in their own movies. Did you know this about Avatar: The Way of Water? This isn't the first appearance of the sea creatures also known as the Ilus. According to Bailey Bass, who plays Serea, the Flight of Passage attraction in Pandora: The World of Avatar at Disney World featured the Ilus as far back as when she rode the attraction before filming even began. Did you know this about The Little Mermaid? Take a look at the scene where Ariel brings Prince Eric back to shore. It seems another fish-out-of-water story took a few cues from this scene, especially where shot choices are concerned. Diana Prince plays out a similar moment with Steve Trevor in the DC hit Wonder Woman. Did you notice this in Glass Onion? There's an ominous dong that happens every hour at Braun's estate. Miles said it was composed by American composer Philip Glass, but what's more interesting is who voiced it. Actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who played Brendan in Rian Johnson's breakout high school noir flick Brick and has cameoed in all of Johnson's films since. Did you notice this in Black Panther? Killmonger's face was wounded in ritual combat, but later is completely healed by the next day, thanks to the heart-shaped herb which gives him the powers of the Black Panther. Did you catch this in Man of Steel? During Superman and Zod's climactic fight sequence, keep an eye out for a building named Utopia Casino in Metropolis. This casino is owned by a character in the Superman Confidential comic series named Tony Gallo. In that series, Gallo is the first person to bring kryptonite to Metropolis. Did you know this about The Princess and the Frog? The song Gonna Take You There is played by a group of fireflies headed up by Cousin Randy. Cousin Randy just so happens to be voiced by Randy Newman, who wrote the original score for the movie. Did you notice this in Man of Steel? As Zod is destroying the building around Superman, there's a poster on the workstation that drops to the floor below that reads, "Keep calm and call Batman." Sound advice. Bruce will have to pick up the tab for a lot of this infrastructure.